everyone, welcome to Leopard Farm, your front row seat to the raw, untamed side of the wild. Picture this, a living, breathing dinosaur still prowling the planet today. That's the Komodo dragon, a straight-up monster from the Jurassic era that never got the memo to go extinct. These giants can hit 366 pounds of pure muscle in minutes, owning the jagged terrain of Rinka Island like absolute bosses. Scientists can't get enough, and adrenaline junkies are hooked. So what makes them the deadliest lizards on Earth? What hidden superpowers keep them reigning supreme? Buckle up, we're about to blow the lid off the Komodo's secrets. Smash that subscribe button. We're getting for 1,000 subs, and every click keeps the adventure rolling. As Komodo dragon breeding season kicks into high gear, these massive lizards grow hungrier and more daring, often wandering right into nearby villages on the hunt for an easy bite. The result? Heartbreaking losses for local farmers who've seen more than 5,000 goats, pigs, and chickens snatched up by the predators. Take one farmer on Rinka Island in 2024. He lost 25 goats in a single month, facing a gut-wrenching $9,000 hit to his livelihood. These raids aren't just about money. They're fueling real friction between villagers and the dragons. So, how are locals fighting back while keeping both sides safe? To tackle the growing problem head-on, authorities have rolled out a smart population control initiative, recruiting top-tier hunters to step in. Only pros with a track record in big-game pursuits get the green light, and they follow strict rules every step of the way.
Safe threshold.
Teams of 3 to 5, think a lead shooter, a skilled tracker, and backup crew, wield powerful .375 H&H Magnum rifles or dart guns for non-lethal takedowns. Hunters earn solid pay, $5,000 to $15,000 per dragon based on its size and the danger level, striking a careful balance between protecting farms and preserving these iconic beasts. As the dry season hits its peak, Komodo dragons ramp up their hunting on Rinka, Komodo, and Flores Islands, right when run-ins with people hit their worst. That's when expert trackers step in, armed with top-tier gear like thermal binoculars, GPS units, and trail cams to pinpoint these stealthy giants without guesswork. Spotting one, they hang back 50 to 100 yards for a clear, safe line of fire, targeting the spine or heart for an instant ethical kill. These controlled outings do more than calm local frustrations. They keep the whole island ecosystem in check. Make no mistake, going toe-to-toe with a Komodo is pure adrenaline. They're explosive, savage, and impossible to predict. Take 2024 on Komodo Island. A hunter nails his target, turns to celebrate, and bam, a second dragon barrels out of nowhere, slamming him down. Fast reflexes and his crew's backup turn a nightmare into a few bruises. Tales like that hammer home why tangling with the world's deadliest lizard is not for the faint of heart. Komodo dragons are a protected species, so hunting them comes with ironclad rules designed to keep their numbers strong and healthy. Anyone who wants to hunt must obtain a rare permit and stay within a strict quota. Only 15% of the population can be taken in a single season. Violate those limits, and the penalties hit hard. Revoke licenses, steep fines, or worse. Overhunting doesn't just thin the herd. It can destabilize the entire ecosystem, sending shockwaves through native plants, prey species, and the island's fragile balance. These regulations walk a tightrope, safeguarding human communities while ensuring one of the planet's fiercest predators endures for generations. The big question is, what's the smartest path ahead? Do we keep fine-tuning regulated hunts, or should we explore bolder options like cutting-edge monitoring tech, habitat restoration, or local stewardship programs that turn villagers into guardians instead of hunters? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Fresh ideas could spark real change. If you're hooked on stories that blend raw nature with real-world solutions, smash that subscribe button for more adrenaline-charged wildlife deep dives. everyone. If you're in Florida, you might have heard about the wild baboon invasion that's turning everyday life upside down. These cheeky primates aren't just a quirky sight. They're wreaking havoc with property damage, wiping out crops, and even posing real safety threats in neighborhoods across the state. Wondering exactly how these furry troublemakers are stirring up chaos? Drop a 1 in the comments below and stick around for the full scoop. In Miami alone, baboons have turned into a major menace on the roads, with more than 100 reported crashes involving these animals back in 2022. Drivers are dealing with sudden swerves, injuries, and epic traffic snarls that could drag on for hours. The root of the problem: shrinking natural food supplies are pushing these troops into city streets and highways in search of easy meals. Parked cars and stalled vehicles are prime targets for their raids, ramping up worries among locals about personal safety and costly repairs. In 2020, Florida officials rolled out a bold but tightly controlled strategy to curb the escalating baboon issue. Regulated hunting in select suburban and rural zones approved by the state. This approach aims to balance wildlife management with public safety, allowing only licensed hunters to participate under strict guidelines. Since the program kicked off, Miami's baboon numbers have plummeted from around 3,000 to just 1,000, leading to fewer traffic mishaps and safer roads for everyone. But hunting alone isn't the full story. Getting the community on board is key. Folks need to team up with local agencies to spread the word about baboon risks and share tips on how to handle encounters wisely. Studies show that daytime hunts work best, thanks to better visibility that helps hunters spot and track the animals more accurately, while boosting safety and effectiveness overall. Plus, experts recommend going in groups of 5 or 6, particularly in rugged backcountry spots, for added protection. Teaming up not only covers your back in tough situations, but also lets hunters swap stories, hone their skills, and level up together. In the heart of Florida's thriving hunting scene, Ruger stands out as a powerhouse in manufacturing top-tier gear tailored for serious outdoorsmen. From rugged rifles to essential accessories, their products are built to handle the demands of the wild. Adding to their stellar track record, the state has given the green light for using models like the Ruger American and Ruger Hawkeye in official hunts, cementing Ruger's status as a go-to brand for reliability and performance among hunters everywhere. When it comes to tracking down baboons in Florida's diverse landscapes, bait is your secret weapon for drawing them out. Seasoned hunters swear by fresh fruits like bananas and oranges to pique their curiosity and bring them into range. Skip the bait, and you're looking at slimmer odds of a successful encounter, which can drag out the whole process. That's why pros put real thought into choosing and setting up their lures. It's all about boosting efficiency and stacking the deck in your favor for a smarter, more productive outing. To keep things safe for hunters out there, Florida's got some smart rules in place. Sure, firearm hunting isn't allowed just anywhere, but if you're set on joining the effort, you can snag the right permits from state wildlife officials. These guidelines are all about drawing a firm line on safety. Think mandatory training, gear checks, and no-go zones to prevent accidents. It's a solid setup that lets responsible folks pitch in without turning the outdoors into a free-for-all. When it comes to getting your hands on a hunting permit in Florida, you've got options like basic recreational licenses, special wildlife management area passes, and limited quota spots for high-demand areas. For baboon hunts specifically, you need to be 18 or older and stick to every rule in the book. Slip up, and you could face hefty fines, a yank license, or even court time if it's a big deal. These measures are designed to promote ethical practices and protect both people and wildlife. Pretty crucial for keeping the balance right. As a seasoned hunter who's tangled with wild boars all over the world, I can tell you nothing beats the thrill of fall in Europe. Picture this. Under those stunning golden canopies in the woods, these huge beasts are on a prowl, tearing up crops and putting local farmers in a real bind. That's why my crew and I are suited up and ready to roll, tackling this escalating issue head-on to keep things in check.
Instincts demand absolute precision. Every shot, every step.
These wild boars are way more than just pests. They're devastating whole fields and threatening folks' way of life out in the countryside. No wonder more areas are turning to smart, targeted hunts to safeguard our food sources and support rural communities. If you're into authentic tales of hunting and wildlife management, smash that subscribe button and stick with us right here at Leopard Farm.
Are you ready? Let's get started.
Today's video. We hope it brought you an interesting topic.
We rolled into the woods just as the sun was peeking over the horizon, geared up to the nines and itching for some action. For this outing, I opted for my trusty Merkel RX Helix rifle, topped off with the state-of-the-art BT3 tactical RDM 3X scope that gives me pinpoint accuracy no matter distance. Barely an hour into our set, I caught a rustle in the brush. Out charged a pack of wild boars, spooked and barreling like freight trains. These weren't your run-of-the-mill hogs. They were hulking brutes, toughened by the winter chill, sporting matted fur and razor-sharp tusks that could star in a horror film. That scope was a game changer, letting me lock and steady from